car stays here, and today you join me back with the wagon, and a little problem, a very big problem actually, has reared its ugly head. The other day I pulled up at a set of traffic lights and a guy pulled up beside me, wound his window down and said, "You've got a brake light out." Very kind of him to do that. Now this does pose a problem because, as you may or may not know, the tail lights on these V90s are LED units, so there's no bulbs change, it's like a sealed unit. So looking on the forum, there's a bit of a mistake made when these were assembled. They didn't use Loctite on the top bolt, and that has worked loose, and I'll show you that closer up now. So this is what happens. That is no good at all, and of course water is running down and getting into the unit. Now if you come down here, hopefully you might be able to see there is a couple of millimeters of water sitting in that light. Some people say no, it's done, that's it, you need a new unit. Others say, oh, you can dry it out and it might come back to life. So what I'm going to do is take it off, dry it out over a couple of days, and then see if it comes back to life. I hope it does, because a replacement is like 360 quid. But I'm not hopeful, I don't think it'll work. But anyway, we can only try. So it's a bit involved to get into the tail lights to get them out. We've got to release some screws and clips on the bumper to get into screws which are hidden under there. So let's get cracking on that. So we need to get the screws out there which are holding the wheel arch liner in, and it's just too tight. I just can't get in there. So the problem is this car has got 21-inch wheels on it. I think the only solution to get in there is to jack the car. So now with the car jacked and the wheel off the ground, we've got much better clearance to be able to get to these screws. So it's still pretty tight on this very bottom one, but I think it's doable. So there's another one just there. There's one just about there. Right. There's another one in there. You can see that it's plastic nut there. So the bumper's loose there. Feels like there's a fastener there. So that's what this goes into and holds it, sandwiches it to the bumper. So yes, that's much better. Yes. Right, now we're making progress. So if you come in, can you see now we've got a bolt there, bolt there, and a bolt there. Looks like a bolt there. So just get them out. So I've just left that bumper where it is now, so I can see exactly what screws I need to take out to get this light cluster out. But we do need to take most of this apart. So battery tray off. So there's a screw down there, or is it a nut? I think it's a nut. We'll find out in a minute. So you need to pull this out to get to the screw hole because the seatbelt covers it. And there is there's the nut. Leave it in there. Right. Okay. Nut there. So you've got the boot light there, which we need to get the plug off. What you're going to do is just pop it through. And it gives access to the clip part there. So now to get this panel off, I've got a screw there and a screw there. So those screws out. There we are. What that is? Electrical drive system. Right, okay, well, it's not concerning us today. So we've got the electrical connector there for the light cluster, and then we've got a bottom bolt there, and just in there is where the bolt should be, but obviously it's not in there now. So get that bolt out there. What I don't want to happen is for it to fall into there, but I'm sure it's going to. Oh, I've got it. There we are. So there's not one up there, as you can see. So if you come in here, maybe we can find it, because we're falling down. Oh, and that's loose. Why is that loose? So fiddling about trying to find the other nut, I've just touched that nut there and it's loose. It's a bit how you doing, isn't it? So the light's nearly off. This bolt here is just a nightmare to get off. You can only turn it a quarter of a turn at a time, and it's just, I think that's what's holding it on. It's just seems to be very, very long. Oh, this is ridiculous. Why did I start this?
One eternity later.
Right. Yep, I've got it now. Of course, it still won't come out. Bolt's gone. So just stop here. There is already a video online about removing the water damaged taillight from a Volvo V90. He makes it look so easy, and I tried to follow it, but believe you me, it is just so difficult to get just a quarter of the bumper off. You're far better off just taking the bumper off to start with. It gives you so much easier access to the bolts. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble. Now, I did manage in the end to get the light out by just pulling the bumper back, but the real problem, which I ended up having to take the bumper off for, I just could not get the light back on. I got it in position, but for some reason the screw holes would just not line up. I had my mother, bless her heart, pushing the light upwards and inwards and trying it, and I spent ages trying to do it. But with the bumper off, it pretty much went on straight away. So take the bumper off, it's so much easier. Now, okay. So I've got the light on the bench now. So all I can think to do really is to use a hairdryer and blow air into there and on a medium setting and see if it dries it out. So you can see down in that circuit board there is corrosion, certainly on those pins down there. So I've got some isopropyl alcohol, and what I'm going to do is just see if I can get in there with this toothbrush, just see if I can get any corrosion where I can reach on that board off. So even after going at it with half an hour with the hairdryer and leaving it, it's been 24 hours in a warm room, there's still some condensation in there, but I think the circuit board should be dry, so I'll plug it in and see what happens. There's no brake light coming on. As you can see, the running light comes on. There's no brake light. Damn. Right. Have to order a new one. So I ordered 2 new lights, a left and right one from a Volvo dealer. They were 360 quid each, but from my local Volvo dealer in Bradford, they wanted 390 plus VAT each. So got these fairly good price. However, I ordered them on the 23rd of April. It's now the 12th of May, and just the amount of cock-ups and things that have gone wrong in getting these lights is just a nightmare. First one arrived broken, the left hand side, the one that I needed, had a chip on it. I had to send that back, etc, etc. Then I ended up with two right hand ones, so I had to send that back, etc. Anyway, it's here now. I've plugged it in. Okay, try the brake lights. Off, on, yeah. Indicator, yeah. Tail lights, yeah. Off. Turn them off. Yeah. Okay, thanks. The car's been sitting here for a couple of weeks. You can see how filthy it's got. Just sitting there. I need to take these stoppers out. Torx bit in there. So with the bumper off, you can see there's much better access to these bolts. So I should have just taken the bumper off to start with, because it's just so easy now to get these off. So now I can move this out of the way and I can easily get to that bolt. So now I'm going to take these panels off here. seriously. So the charging point, the plastic bolt that holds it on was loose, so I'm ready to get the light out now on this side. So I've got a neodymium magnet on the screwdriver so that hopefully I won't lose the nut when it comes off. Oh god, yeah, got it. Yeah, it's not ideal that. Okay, so now I need to get the top bolt out. Oh, I forgot to take this panel off. I think it'd be a lot easier if I could get this panel off. So there's the hole. It might be easier if I So you can see here the bolt's still in it, but it's loose. So what I think the problem is, well, definitely they didn't put any thread locker on these top bolts, so that one shook loose completely, that one was loose, and I think what's happening is it's letting water. So here you can see where the bolt has been rubbing against the body of the car. Either come down here and then trickle in to this gasket, because with the top bolt being loose it's going to be shaking and the gasket's going to be compromised there, or maybe water's getting in and going down the inside of the car to then drip into the light. So I've ordered some new bolts, 6mm bolts, and screw that in. That should be alright actually. So the new lights do come with new gaskets, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some silicone sealant between. That's stuck on, so I'll just put silicone sealant round that bit there, but this gasket does come off on this side, so I'll put two silicone on both sides, and I'll just clean up around where the gasket seals there. So I'm just using some white spirit to clean up where the seal is, get rid of any oils, dirt, what have you. I'm just going to put a smear of sealant round here, and then on the back of this gasket, and on the surface of the gasket there, round the hole in the body. I'm also going to clean up where the top gasket goes and put sealant around that. Just looking around the opening. And then on both sides of the gasket. Now on the body of the car. Good, okay. So now it's a case of getting bolt back in. So I've lost it, so I'll have to use one of the ones that I bought. So I've lost the top bolt there, it's somewhere down there now. So I bought some M6 bolts, selection of sizes. I'm going to use this 16mm one and a washer. This is part of the problem, it's a nightmare getting these in. Right, see, oh God. Oh, I did put any thread locker on it. Bloody hell. Come on, man. Putting thread locker on this as well. Oh. Bloody hell, fire. So of course I've lost the bottom bolt, it's down there now somewhere. Fortunately, we know the size, we can work out the size of the bolt. Nope, there's a nut rather that we need. So it's one of them. Right, put the washer on. This shouldn't be too bad because the whole thing slips in there, so I won't lose it. Foot off the brakes, back on, put the lights on, take your foot off the brake, that's it, indicators, yeah, okay, good, thanks. So now it's been a couple of months since I've changed the lights and everything's working fine. With the lights that I replaced new, I am having a bit of a problem with this tailgate tail light. As you can see, there's been corrosion there. Now I did reseal this. It did work when I resealed it, but it's on and off, it's up and down. So I think I'm going to have to replace that one as well. That's another 150 quid there, but nowhere near as bad doing the job as those. It's just a couple of screws out and new one in. But yeah, no signs of any leaks or anything, no water ingress getting in there, so that's all fine. So it's all done now, and of course now I know how to do it. I could probably do it in a quarter of the time that it took to do this, but it was an uphill struggle. However, I am glad I did it myself, because if I took it to my local Volvo dealer, they wanted £936 for 2 light clusters, and then there would have been labour on that, and I don't think I'd have come away with much change out of £1,500. So I think I've saved quite a bit of money doing it myself. Just my time, really, that's all that it's cost me, apart from the light clusters, which I did get fairly cheap. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and links to buy me a coffee are down in the description below. Thanks for watching.